Good morning, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm your neighbor from up the road, Brian Carr.
Yes, Brian is back with us. He is here. As my little girl said, Ho-Ho is alive. She was like, where he be?
Well,
where he be?
We'll give everybody a heads up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be traveling a lot here in the next few weeks, so I'll be on the road, probably doing some remote plugins. But, hey, Kelly doesn't need anybody.
Nah, I started this by myself, but I do need people. It kind of does help.
No, I'll probably be reporting on the road from various places and just checking in with you guys and anything that happens. Because, guys, this weekend has been loaded with not just local stuff, but national stuff. We'll get into all that. So, yeah. How are you, Kelly?
I am doing great. I will say that I am so excited that we are done with ball. We're done with baseball. We're done with T-ball. And now I'm done. I know. It's just enough to be like, oh, I'm so glad my kids are involved. And then you get to the point you're like, I'm so glad it's over too. But with that said, also too, we still got swim team. That's why I'm representing MS2 this morning.
All right.
We got a swim meet today at 5:30 in Tullahoma. So you're welcome to come out. I actually know how much it costs to get in. Oh. We just got that message this morning. So if you are interested in going to Tullahoma today to witness, perfection, it's the D.W. Wilson Community Center located in Tullahoma. It's literally almost an hour away from here. But admission is $3 if you want to come out and represent. And I want to say that Warren County or McMinnville has been really representing the community. The first meet, we can't really say if we did great or not. I think we did amazing. But the last swim meet, we were in Suwanee and we killed it. And all the kids, it's not about winning or losing. It's about improving on your time.
Yes.
And that's a big thing when it comes to your average of stuff. And I know my children and a lot of my kids in my lane oneers, they improved on their time once again, and that's all that matters.
All right.
And the other thing is to get from one end to the other end without touching the lane line or anything. And most of them have done that so far.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be hard for young people who are just learning how to swim. And a
100%.
lot of people like to put their children in swim club to make them better swimmers.
That is correct. And this is, okay, when I say swim team, I want to clarify something. This is not swimming lessons. This is like you were saying, improving on what you already know. Mm-hmm. And if your child can swim from here to 5 feet from me, then we would like the kid on there. But sometimes parents think that swim team is for swim lessons, and it's not. If your kid's never been in the water, I highly recommend getting swimming lessons first. And I also want to say, as a mom of 2 now, getting your kid into swim lessons as early as 8 months is recommended.
Now,
8-month-year-olds.
Did your kids do the Red Cross?
No, we went straight into Paige Northcutt.
Okay.
Oh, well, Walker did anyways, and because she is an Olympic bronze medalist, I always like to say that. She hates when I say that.
How many of those do we have just hanging on the trees around
here? We
Yeah.
don't. And so with that said, she trained Walker when he was 2 up until he was almost 3. And then at 3 years old, he was on the swim team. And he's 10 years old now.
We did the Red Cross swimming lessons, but we also had her as well. And so
she's really good.
Oh, she's excellent.
But Vanessa Miller is going to be doing starting actually today. Randy Jane starts her swim lessons.
All right.
And she is 2 going on 3 because, as everybody knows, tomorrow is our birthday.
What?
So, but we'll get into that tomorrow. It will be a full pink day, I promise you.
Well, it is going to be a pink day.
It is going to be.
Because today, well, I won't let the cat out of the bag. We got a lot of stuff to go.
We do.
Hey, just stay tuned for National Day today.
We will come back, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about the biggest, hottest topic right now in national news with is Israel and Iran with the bombings. And so, but stay tuned because when we come back, we'll talk about that. And we'll bring Duke Rice back on to have a third opinion in the mix because this has just been, it's been an uneasy weekend. But remember, Warren County, Keep it first.
My dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
All about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by, and we'd also be happy to appraise your vehicle.
To check out our new service department. We have 2 new advisors, 1 new parts counter staff, and some fresh faces on our pickup and delivery team. We're excited to offer you even better service with our expanded team. Join the Reddick Brown Ford family today. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your number 1 local go-to dealership.
Yeah, currently in downtown McMinnville, we are at 81 degrees now. If anybody remembers last Friday, I said this week is going to be in the highs of 80s and the 90s. So dress accordingly. Buy yourself an automatic fan. Buy yourself one of those wet frogger thingamadoo-haws. Whatever you need. But today's high is going to be 90. Tonight's low is, I know, it's going to be 67. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 5 p.m. The highest It feels temperature is going to be 94 around 3 p.m. today. So buckle up for that. And thanks again to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. But today on till Thursday, 90 degrees. Friday on through Monday or through next Tuesday in the highs of the 80s. So, I mean, we are in, as of Friday, it kicked off the summer solstice.
And Kelly, I don't see any rain until next Monday in the forecast. So, guys,
I don't see any.
You know what that means? For me and a lot of people who garden and do things like that, we haven't had our sprinkler system on because it's been so wet. But hey, it's time to hook up the sprinkler system.
It's time to, and again, as a nurtureman's daughter, remember, he's not wrong by saying this. The way the weather is, if you have just now planted some recently new plants or whatever your garden, they need that water, they need that nutrients. Think about it when you don't drink and stuff. What happens?
And Kelly, we have a story about that.
We do. And now I'm getting messages about some team. Go figure. But with that said, I am going to bring on my main squeeze, which again, good morning, Duke Rice in the house.
Morning, everybody.
How are you?
I'm all right. I've got the wife beater on today because just to give a little everybody insight, Kelly's like, if you're coming on the show, we need to increase viewership. So I thought if I showed a little more skin, we can maybe get that done. So
yeah, because I just think maybe it would be inappropriate.
I have an OnlyFans page where the code now to get 5% off subscriptions is shoulders, knees, and toes. So just enter that in and you'll be good to go.
Yes, and if you use the code word Kelly,
that's right.
You get a little extra special treat. Anyways, though, I wanted to have Duke on today. Of course, Brian's going to be with us on this week. But after Friday, you're going to be on a little quick vacation. Is that right? I say a quick vacation. It's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, we've got different places to be. We're going to Orlando for the National Beta Club Convention.
That's right.
And that's going on. I think the seniors are down there from Warren County this week. Yeah. And then the juniors and then the elementary school kids go. And we've been very blessed. We've got both Warren County High School, Warren County Middle School, and I know the kids from Bobby Ray are going to be down there. So you've got all 3 segments represented by Warren County. So shout out to the teachers there at Bobby Ray Middle School and Miss Rachel McGee at the high school, because they do a fabulous job.
Sorry, I got
competitive. No, that's part of our honors program here. We got some of the best and most talented kids in the school system involved in our beta program. So that's why we're able to compete in national competitions.
I love it
because of that.
But with that said, guys, speaking of national, meaning national news going on, there is a lot of heated discussions, a lot of dividedness, and this is why we live in our great, U.S. of A., as I say, as 4th of July is vastly approaching. And we are all entitled to our opinion. So if you have an opinion about the Israel and Iran debacle, please comment on, and we'll share it here on our social media this morning on this podcast. But I was actually coaching my daughter's golf team. Or was it? No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday. No, Saturday I was at a Father's Day event at a neighbor's house, and my phone died. And then my husband got a ding saying that Israel, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, bombed 3 locations in Iran.
It wasn't Israel. It was the United States.
Oh, the United States.
And so
I haven't slept.
Okay, so Saturday night this took place, and it was unknown. And that's one of the big things about it. So much stuff during the Trump administration, the first administration, there was so much stuff that was leaked to the press, leaked out to the public. This wasn't leaked to anybody.
No,
they had already bombed and came back. And so 3 B-2 bombers, the stealth bombers, they released 30,000 pounds of explosives on 3 different sites in Iran. And they were all nuclear installations. And so it was a very successful mission. They went in, went out. There wasn't anything reported until yesterday that the Iranians have said that they moved a lot of the stuff now. They're never going to be able to use those facilities again because those, from what aerial footage that we're seeing, those things got blown to bits. And they were, when the bombers came in, they were actually guided and protected by the Israeli Air Force. Israel has complete supremacy of their the Iranian aerospace. Yeah. So the Iranians haven't been able to launch more planes, and that's another thing. People right now are worried about retaliation to all, because there's a ton of military bases all along from Iraq all the way around Iran, and so that's what we're on guard for now, is for some retaliation. But it looks like if they haven't retaliated yet, they may not have the capabilities to retaliate. Israel has decimated them, and then with what the United States came in and did, and now there are reports that the Ayatollah Khomeini, who is the head of Iran, made statements earlier in the week saying that if the U.S. got involved, they're going to do something to the U.S. And that stuff's just coming out now. But President Trump, for those of you who don't know, President Trump, he does what he says. And
you haven't picked that up yet.
Yeah, the Department of Education, he said he was going to dismantle that. The Federal Department of Education is being dismantled as we speak. He says anybody threatens us, we're going to take advantage. Now, one of the problems is that a lot of conservatives don't want to get into a foreign war, but Israel is our ally. If they if the Iranians threaten us, President Trump's going to put a stop to it. But there's a rift between the conservatives right now. So let us know how you feel about this.
What do you say, Duke? What is your thoughts? Because I only know little bits of it.
Well, it's like to follow up what Brian is. I think a lot of people are like, we should have got involved and all this stuff. But we're the only country that has the capability of hitting that nuclear site underground. We're the only one that has that technology. Yeah. And so some things that I saw over the weekend was the fact of that the talk was that Iran was about 2 to 3 weeks out of actually having a nuclear weapon. And I think that's really what pushed President Trump to, hey, because, you talk about Islamic countries that are kind of fanatical, and what would these guys actually do with a nuclear weapon? Would they immediately launch it on Israel to try to wipe them off? Because that's what they've threatened to do forever, and all that. So we took them out. We took 3 different the underground one, and I think there was a couple other ones we took out with some Tomahawk missiles as well from a submarine that was off the coast there. And like Brian said, everybody's on high alert for a retaliatory attack. What is that? Who knows? There's some talk about protecting our troops who are out there, in Syria and all that. But you also have to remember is that the Syrian leader who was an ally of Iran, he's no longer there. There's a lot of people who were allies of Iran that are no longer there. So exactly what is it that Iran is going to do? Because I know these countries don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon as well, right? I mean, that's been kind of the thing in this whole whole thing. And presidents before have tried to negotiate with Iran to try to get them not to have a nuclear weapon and all this other stuff. And so we just we took out their stuff. And I know that the fear here in the United States, if you read everything online and some of the news stories, is that maybe there's some hidden terrorist cells somewhere that could potentially cause some problems. But with all that said, we also see all these deportations that are happening and whatnot, and so who knows? But that's the thing. When you hear these stories and you hear about wars and all this stuff, everybody is using the kind of beating the drum of we're at war with Iran. We're not at war with Iran. We just had the capability of taking out their nuclear facilities. There were some negotiations that just didn't happen, and so they were warned. They can't sit there and say, well, we didn't see it coming, because they did. And I think you guys have dropped out. Have I dropped out? Are you there? Hello? Boy, I tell you what, this is
We're on. We're still on.
No, there you go. I was about to say, oh no, the Iranians have already struck. They took down Kelly and Brian. Watch out.
Where'd he go?
It's the terrorist.
Every time we talk about something, national.
I know.
It's like, God, what are we doing? No, but like you were saying before we went off, you were talking about, what was, now I can't even think what he's saying.
Well, he was talking about retaliatory.
Yeah, go back, finish up with that one.
Yeah, so, I think that here in the United States, folks are scared about potential terrorist cells that may be in this country. And, of course, we got, ICE going around taking illegals out. And so, some of that may be happening to where we're a little safer than before. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And my thing is, from again, and I know very little of it because I haven't got to dive into it because of all the other stuff I was doing over the weekend. But the biggest concern I heard about going around town and in the watering holes, as I call them, is because the United States has teamed up, with Team Israel at this point, right? Is the fact of, will gas prices go up? What's that going to do? I was talking to Duke off here about, would this be where we need to use the oil reserves? I mean, and again, at the end of the day, and I've said this to everybody, I'm always worried about going into war and things like that. But every time we go at heads, whether it's a nuclear war or whatever the case may be, it always involves the gas prices. That's like a thing. It's nothing new. I don't feel, that's not really a scare tactic. Like, ooh, we're going to lose our oil. I just know the prices go up when we go do these things.
Well, it's like we said last week when we found out that Israel actually bombed Iran.
Yeah,
we knew that the gas prices were going to go up. But what's interesting, and we have to reflect back to just about 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. If everybody remembers what President Trump's administration was doing 2 months ago, they took a tour of the Middle East. They met with all the key players in Saudi Arabia and Qatar. They went all. Remember the big plane that was given to President Trump and the Saudi prince? So here's the deal. They knew this was coming. They knew this was coming a long time, and you can tell that because all these Middle Eastern countries are not condemning the United States. No one has come out and condemned. The only people that have condemned the United States have been Russia and China. Those are the only two countries.
That tells you something, y'all.
Let me tell you about the Muslim people. They're sick and tired of places like Iran. And you got to remember, Iran has been doing this for over 40 years, have been saying, death to America, death to America. During the Carter administration,
they said that.
During the Carter administration, they overtook Tehran and had a whole bunch of hostages, and they weren't letting them back until President Reagan won the election. And Reagan said, I'm not fooling with you guys. We'll turn you into a glass factory. And sure enough, as soon as Reagan got elected, they released the hostages. So this regime has been a thorn in our side for over 40 years now. And if we're getting reports now that they've been threatening the United States, Donald Trump doesn't play with threats.
No, he never has. He's not doing it now, and he didn't do it before.
We got some comments coming in.
Yeah, Junior says gas at Kroger's has went up to 13 cents more in 2 days. And then he says,
if Iran closes the Strait of
Hormuz. It's not
yeah.
And that's another thing. I don't think they'll be able to do that with our Navy superiority. And now they have no airstrike for now. They can't do anything. Yeah. So we've been dealing with the Houthis. And if for those of you who don't know who the Houthis are,
I was going to ask you. I'm like, did you just use a slang term?
No, it's a Muslim tribe that's off the coast of Yemen that have been going and attacking everybody who's been coming through these straits. And what you got to understand is from the Suez Canal on south, entering into the Indian Ocean. That's where a vast majority of our oil comes through. And these guys have been hijacking, have been trying to destroy tankers and different things like that. Okay. And they're backed by Iran. And so just a few months ago, the United States shot missiles at them and said, "Hey, we're not playing with you guys." Yeah. And they've been chanting the same thing, "Death to America, death to America." And so they're going to try, but I think we've got such a wonderful Navy. And this whole project with the bombing, it just showed how superior our military still is to the entire world. Yeah. I mean, we were in and out. It caused a lot of damage. I hate the civilian loss. I hate for these 100%. Things to happen. But it just shows that we still got it in America. We need to be really proud of our men and women who put their lives on the line to do this. We hate these bad foreign regimes that threaten everybody. And I think that's the thing. The Saudis and all the other countries, Kuwaitis, all these people that they're OPEC nations, they make money off selling us oil. They want to be able to sell their oil. And they
want us to do business with them.
Yes. And so they're tired of Iran being the stumbling block. So they've given everybody the green light. And it started with the Israelis. But you got to remember, again, Donald Trump went to all these countries just 2 months ago.
Literally.
And I'm sure this was on the table. And again, you can tell now that these Muslim countries are not, crying out, "Hey, death to America," or anything. Yeah. They're probably relieved that Khomeini doesn't have air superiority anymore, and they can't do it. Sorry.
So that's your final thought. I want to say the comment we just got from Miss Retha, though. She goes, "But gas goes up every summer, especially around holidays like the 4th of July," which is 100% true, too. So it's just a crazy coincidence that this is going on in the same time of the holiday, or is it not? I don't know. But what's your final thoughts, Duke, on with all this going on?
Well, like Rita said, summertime, more people are traveling. They're on vacation. I mean, Brian's going to be on for 3 weeks. And so, it's that time of the year and gas prices do go up. And then you start to see them kind of fall back in the summer. And I don't want to get all into the whole, it's a different kind of gas that they're using during the summer, and it's a different kind of gas they use in the fall and all this. But the thing of it is like that strait that Junior and Brian were talking about. Yeah. Right now, I don't know that Iran wants to close that because they don't have any kind of income coming in. That's going to affect them as well. And from what I saw on the news this morning, the biggest buyer of that oil that it's going to affect the most is China. And China ain't going to want their income affected at all with what's going on over there. So, they said that you could see a small tick, but it's going to gradually go up, that it's not going to be one of these things to where, where we saw in the past, like one day we're rolling in and gas is $2.50 a gallon. Then the next day it's $3.75. That's not going to happen, but we're going to see a slow increase as we go over the summer, which may be affected by this, may not be affected by this. But again, just, if you're on a tight budget for gas, then, use accordingly.
And then Junior also said, "Why did we strike Iran but won't help Ukraine? He promised peace and to only focus on us." So I think if Junior wants to break that, again, the Ukraine thing was really during the Biden administration, right? And then he kind of got that in and I felt like when Trump took over, he kind of resolved as much as he could, because you can't. I have been involved in local politics for about 2.5, 3 months now. You can't do everything. I wish they'd be like, "Okay, Duke, what's your problem? Gone. Kaysen, what's your problem? Gone." There's so many different things going on in that one moment, in that one day, that you can't just resolve everything, right? But we try to do the best we can with the resources we have. It is a good point, we struck Iran, but I do think as far as that point goes, that everybody that I've spoke to, they do agree with this. They don't like the war. And I think Duke actually mentioned it, and he can rephrase it for me, but they're all saying, but sometimes you have to show you got to bring out the gun, show them the gun show to be like, look, we got a backbone. We're not scared or threatened by you. Just to show little, do we want war? No. Do we want death? No. But sometimes we have to do that in order to, move on and grow.
Well, the term is peace through strength.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big platforms that he ran on, increasing the military, getting the military back to the standards that it was in the past. And while, we won't help Ukraine. Well, we've given Ukraine billions
we did help
of your tax dollars, billions to fund their war effort. Mm-hmm. The thing is we don't want to be in wars. We don't even want to be in this war with Iran. No. But when they're threatening to attack us, and I think that's the stuff that you're going to start seeing now about how Iran has said, if you do this, hey, you think you're giving Trump any ultimatums? I mean,
you just made him like your number one target when you do a big threat like that. And the other thing I also want to say, when you promise peace, let's be realistic. Even in our town of Warren County, I wish everybody could agree to disagree, but that is not how the world works. There's going to be people that you can never please or make happy or be like, can you just peace, brother, just peace, I wish we could have a peaceful world, but I just, I don't know. Well, it's not going to be 100% peaceful.
I tell you, one thing that I want to bring up is because Trump did have a national airing at 10 o'clock on Saturday night talking about what happened. And if you watch his body language and if you watch how he spoke in typical Trump fashion until the very end. In the very end, he got choked up. Not typical of Trump when he was talking about thanking God. And a lot of people like to make him out, and he is a somewhat immoral guy. He has been in the past. I think something's really changed with Donald Trump. But when him getting choked up with thanking God and thanking the military, I thought that was really pivotal as far as like where his heart and mind is set. I don't think he's a warmonger, but I think this whole decision-making process weighs on his conscience. So I don't think this was an easy thing for him to do. That's
like the media's put out. Some media outlets have put out that, this was too quick of a decision. He's not, there's talks about impeachment. There's all these things that happen. But at the end of the day, when we voted president, whether it was President Trump or Harris at this point, I want to say this. When you vote that person in, the United States, us citizens voted this person in to make the best decisions for us. And that is that presidential right to see if there's a threat. He is the final sayer. He's the yes or noer at the end of all of this. So whether if it was Trump that, or Harris that one or Trump, they were the final decision if we were going to do this or not. What are you sharing?
This is from Eric Metaxas, who is a theologian. He's from New York. One of the things that he's talking about is in particular about how he said, God, I just want to say we love you, God. Yeah. And so this had to have been a big decision. And this doesn't sound like typical Trump, the macho bravado that he's used to doing. Yeah. This is one of those things where this seems like it really weighed on his conscience. So you let us know what you guys think about how it's going as far as Duke.
No, there's people. This is what it looks like. Red Door's going to get a little updo over there. She keeps like hauling stuff in and out. I'm like, what is that? That looks good. That looks good. Also. Well, I'll just wait. I just got some hot tea. I'll wait. But Duke, I finally got strawberries in for the shortcake. Junior wants you to know that.
Okay.
So,
well,
last week they weren't ready. And I will tell you that blueberries may be in this week at Randall Walker Farms. We picked some yesterday. And they were so good, so good. My daughter looked at me like I looked at my daddy when he picked it off the vine and just right in. That's the best berry to ever have. We are going to take a break and do a word from our sponsors. I do want to say I just got information in. Everybody's been like, Kelly, have you heard about Aldi's? Have you heard about this? Are we getting an Aldi's? Are we getting an Aldi's? I don't know exactly where at, but I just got a confirmation because I guess they're on a job. You know, if you're looking for a job, they just screenshotted it. Cashier receptionist, front end cashier, retail shelf stalker, cashier specialist, all in McMinnville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
So you heard it. I don't know exactly where the Aldi's is going, but somebody just screenshotted jobs for hire.
Do you think it's going to be one of those buildings in the Northgate Shopping Center?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, and speaking of, since we're on this topic, what do we know about Fazoli's? I've been hearing rumblings that Fazoli's.
That's all rumblings. It's all rumblings still. I've heard rumblings about Aldi's until today.
Okay.
I just wanted to break that before I let everybody go because why would you put McMinnville, Tennessee?
Well, one thing over the weekend I heard that Kroger is talking about closing 60 locations, and I saw some people get a little upset that is that going to affect the McMinnville Kroger, because years ago Sparta lost their Kroger location.
That's right, and this,
so.
Mm-hmm. And and a lot of people speaking on that, people are saying it's another waiting game. Is how they kind of feel like. Is it going to be us? Are we next? Are we going to get? I don't know. I'm going to knock on wood when I say this. When the mall sold, everything sold but Kroger's. They didn't sell that portion.
Yeah.
So I personally don't think that we're going to lose ours because of that and that reason alone. Because to me, if the person that sold the mall, the original owners, knew that a potential Kroger's was going to close out, I would think we would have bought that section, or you know what I mean? It would have been a part of the price. That's just me. I'm just knocking on. I don't know if that's true, but that is my opinion. Do not take my word for ironclad.
It also comes down to bottom line, right? It's like revenue and all that stuff. And so if the McMinnville Kroger location is making that company money and not just nickels and dimes, then, you're not going to lose your location.
Exactly.
And they're not putting money into it. I mean, it's got the crappiest self-check machines. I mean, they're always making you have to call somebody. And it's got one way in and one way out for the general public. They're not putting any more money into. And that might be why
it might be one on the bucket list. That's another. But again, y'all be the judge. We will put some feelers out to double check about the Aldi's. We'll put some feelers out about the Fazoli's, and then we also put the feelers out about Kroger's, because those are the next, as far as businesses wise, the come and goes, as I call it. That will be coming to our town. But Duke, it was great talking to you, buddy. If something else crazy happens, we'll get you back on the show this week. But if not, guys, Duke is going to be a permanent resident. While Brian is gone, he's going to be coveted and filling in because Mama always needs him.
The people are in for a treat. And I mean, guys, our ratings from the last week with having Duke in and everything, there's so many people that love you, Duke, and I love you. And you were this mythical legend until I got to meet you. So, Duke, thank you so much. Thank you for being who you are and having the personality and characters. We could be, when I got to meet him, I mean, we're nearly brothers. I mean, we got the same coloring, we got the same everything, man.
Hey,
right. What happened? I'm all by myself. Hello, everybody. I look forward to being on the show this week or next week while Brian's gone, and anything to do to help Kelly out and everybody at Warren First 931 is an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. I just don't know what happened on my commercial.
That's all right.
I don't know.
Let him up, and I'll go ahead and talk to you and see.
All right. I'll see you guys next week, or if Kelly needs me.
Peace out, Duke.
See you guys.
Man.
Bye.
I'm going to throw this to the wall.
Okay. I don't know if it's showing, and I don't think.
I think what happened is when I reloaded, just so everybody knows, when I reloaded everything,
Okay, well, while you're loading stuff, I'm going to be telling folks about TNZ Rental and Removal. This is their Facebook site that you can go to, but it says locally owned and operated junk removal you can trust, dependable, efficient, and hassle-free service to clear out clutter. Big or small, we haul it all because your space deserves a fresh start. And this, again, what you're seeing on the screen is their Facebook. And if you want to get in contact with them, you can contact them at area code 931-743-9079. They've also T&Z Trailer Rental at gmail.com. And you can go on their website. You can look and see the stuff that they've done. They haul all kinds of stuff. So if you want to get, what I love about here, junk removal, property cleanouts, commercial or residential, it doesn't matter. These guys do a good job. So thank you to our guys T&Z. And they've got, look, there they are right there.
So, oh, yeah, that's Zach.
Yeah. Hey, Zach. He's a good-looking guy, man.
Yeah, you can give him a call at 743-9079 or give Tyler a call at 224-8593.
Excellent. I'm glad you got those numbers down.
I'm ready now.
So, all right, you good to go? I'm going to get us off there. I'm going to remove us from the screen. There we are, back and forth.
When we come back, we're going to talk a lot of things. But before I do, forget to mention is if you have a prayer request that you want to get on for today, because we always end the show with a word of prayer because it is the beginning of the week, please message us in the comments so we can add it. We already put Israel and Iran and the United States and all this other stuff going on. We're praying for our nation this morning. But if you have a birthday shout out, anything like that, please let us know. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
To our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project, available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready with Randall Walker Farms, where planning begins.
Welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host, show Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm the old beard from up the road, Brian Carr.
And with that said, currently in downtown McMinnville, which we want to thank Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. It is a whopping 83 degrees in downtown McMinnville. And keep in mind, today's hotness is going to be 90 degrees.
Muy caliente.
Oh, it is. It is. And Rock Brian said on Sunday, there is a 35% chance of thunderstorms and showers.
That's all the way at Sunday, Kelly.
I know.
We got a whole week to go.
I know, but the rest of the week's going to be in the 90s. So buckle up. Again, if you do have people you want to put on the prayer list, please let us know. Brian said one of his buddies is having open heart surgery, so we got him on the list. And we still want to put Ashley Moore and Ryan J. Moore's families in our thoughts and prayers, as Ashley did lose her father, last week during Father's Day weekend, which is just so sad. We also wanted to say some birthday shout outs. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday, Maddie Presley. You are one of my gems and MST. I knew we had a connection somehow. But with that said, I do want to bring up some of these images that I had prepared, and now it's everywhere. But being here at Tops Frozen Yogurt, Metro Deli, as well as Cumberland Biscuit, they do provide a lot of space for us. Right? They're one of my many staples here. And I wanted to put out there that they just said this on their app or any one of the following. They do DoorDash. They do Uber Eats. They do Grubhub. I do DoorDash, and I didn't know. I was telling Kason off air when we started. I didn't know there was a Grubhub and Uber Eats here. But I guess we're, again, ever so growing and expanding.
Now, these are all apps that you have to
You download the DoorDash app or the Uber Eats or the Grubhub. And also, you can order online with them as well, and then they can deliver to a certain point. But this is what we use.
So they deliver out to you guys?
Oh, yes, DoorDash does.
Okay, well, I got to figure out who delivers out to me. You've been out.
DoorDash will.
DoorDash will deliver?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, this might be a game changer.
Josh, do y'all do now, Anna can tell you, too. Do y'all deliver all the way out to Deborah?
Answer my questions.
Oh, okay.
And hey, thank you.
Anna says they do.
Thank you to Tops Frozen and our good friends at Cumberland Biscuit for letting us be here today. We love coming in here.
We do.
Sometimes we get complacent because this is kind of like our home.
Yeah, this is my home away from home, literally, guys. So make sure you do that. I also wanted to do a shout out to the Warren County High School flag football team. Now, this is not all the girls. Because they all couldn't make the picture, but this is your 2025-2026 flag footballers, as I should say. And I want to go into this. Jay Walker made the announcement on his personal page that this will be his last and final season of being the voice for the Pioneers. And so after the season's over, he's going to go in retirement for the 2025-2026 season for all the fall, winter, and spring sports. And he's done that he's going to, I think, over 40 years. So, yeah.
Well, we've got big plans for this football season. We got a new coach this year. We got, players. We got awesome players. We're really excited. Speaking of another individual who is doing awesome.
Jacoby!
Man, Jacoby O'Donnell.
I had that in here. I wrote it down. Here you go. Warren County's very own Jacoby O'Donnell is a part of a Ground Zero wrestling group. And a big congratulations to him for going undefeated in the Greco at the junior duels and making all tournament team.
Yes.
He's making us look good, guys.
Well, listen, Randall Jennings at Ground Zero Wrestling in Tullahoma. Yeah. Guys, if you don't know about this, you need to know about this.
If you don't know, you need to know.
Yeah, because this is actually changing the wrestling world here. So undefeated at the U.S. Junior duels in Greco-Roman. So, Jacoby, we're proud of you. And we'd love to have you on anytime we get. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. O'Donnell, for both of you boys.
His mom right now.
Really, really proud of them. And, the older brother, he's the bass fisherman.
That's right.
And then, and I'm pretty sure Jacoby does it. But listen, one of the reasons why he's doing so good, I think he's going into his junior year this year.
That's right.
So it's because they got started so young. And last week we had Coach Matheny, Coach Ben Matheny. host
wrestling
the
camp.
wrestling camp, and I saw a lot of great pictures. My brother, who was a college wrestler, got to participate in helping out, and he told me he really enjoyed it. Look, the thing is things are happening in those sports. So you got flag football, you got wrestling. So we're hoping the boys football picks up, and we have a lot of success this year. We'll be in a new district, or actually a non-district, I guess.
Oh, yes.
So we'll be playing teams a little more compatible or comparable to our size.
Skill level.
Yes. And so, but we got a lot of things to look up to.
We do.
So
and before I forget to mention this too, Jacoby, his next match is going to be in Fargo next month. And so, I looked it up.
Awesome.
Look at you give me like, how'd you know? I had a whole sheet planned. But it's just so great to see our kids, our athletics department, the academics department. Not only did that happen, but also with that, want to shout out to Bobby Ray Elementary. Lots of changes and rearranging this school year, beginning with the 3 moving up. And shout out to the Bree family. So proud of all the hard work and the new accomplishments. If you haven't seen that post that we shared, we saw a lot of the Jennings, and I was trying to think, in the Bree family, and then one other. They're moving up and they're making changes and adjustments. And you can actually see that across the board on all the Warren County school systems. There's a lot of shakeups around places.
Oh, well, listen, I tell you, I'm married to an administrator, and you got to fill in the gaps. And I know some people get locked into having a certain grade that they like to teach or a certain subject they like to teach. And guys, I hate it. Our tax base is not the biggest. It's not like we're Murfreesboro or Rutherford County where we can pay teachers and have people coming in. So we have to make do. And I appreciate all the teachers that have taken it on the chin and said, hey, look, I would rather do this, but because of the benefit of the school, and really and truly, we need to have retention in these things. We want to retain teachers. We want teachers to be able to be comfortable and like what they do. So Bobby Ray, that's been one of the places that they've had to do a lot of swapping and moving around. They've lost a bunch of teachers, a lot, and so that
it happens.
It happens, but I mean,
but it's one of the things. So again, our goal is to keep these great teachers in the school systems. We don't want you to leave, but I understand there's nothing wrong with finding a better opportunity and making your life better. I will say that. Another thing that happened this week, I wanted to do a little shout out to was with Ben Lomond, as they did a Throwback Thursday. I saw this on their social media where they traveled back 35 years to an event in McMinnville called Project Pride, which saluted the military due to the impending conflict with Iraq over their invasion of Kuwait in August of that year. From what we gathered, Ben Lomond employees joined other organizations to pack care bags for military personnel. And you might be, if you go to their post that we shared, you might see some familiar faces on that. It also is a great way to see some classic businesses that used to be a part of the 3-Star Mall during that time period as well. So I saw that post up and I was like, oh, that's really neat. So make sure you check that out and look at that. We also go to that Midway one right quick, if you don't mind, with the trays, those trays.
Trays.
I want to give a little shout out because Becky Bell does so well with keeping up with what's going on in Midway. And with that said, this is a message from the Midway softball page. We started the season with several of these trays, and if you have taken one home with food, please kindly return them. I wanted to give a shout out to her. She does, again, her and her husband, Terry Bell and her do a lot for this community, and they live out in the Midway area. And so, again, if you have one of those trays, please be a dear and bring them back. That's all I'm asking. And I do also, while I'm going on to this, because I know a lot of people, while we got a lot on, I wanted to show this. So our news paper is done, and I just got the text while we were on our last break from Duke Rice. So it's going to be a good time to go do that. But with that said, I wanted to show you guys, because this is our 4th of July edition. So you're pulling that. I'm pulling up the PDF file.
You got all the pages.
I do. And where did it go? I just had it.
While you're doing that, I'll read. Get your latest copy of the Local Voice 4th of July events and more. Now doorstep deliveries. If you want a hard copy of the Local Voice, you can text us doorstep, the word doorstep, with your address and more info at 931-369-3050. Hard copies will be available for pickup after 1 p.m. If you would like to receive a digital copy, simply text the keyword Local Voice along with your email to 931-369-3050. You can find physical copies at the following locations, and it is a bunch of Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, Randall Walker Farms, Gateway Tire and Service, Tops Frozen Yogurt, Metro Deli, Prater's Barbecue, Morrison, McMinnville Drug Center, Supreme Building, the Cafe at Tree City, Jay's Restaurant, Tammy's Market, Our Coffee Drive-Thru, USA Gym, Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, Collins River Barbecue Cafe, the Hitch, Depot Bottom Store, and there's probably somebody else.
Well, I actually have, so if you notice, I've condensed the list this week because we're getting a lot of traction at these locations that I cannot just put 3 or 5 copies. So you're going to see this starting to trickle down. So whoever, I hate to say it's like a game, but if the more copies you get at that location, the better chance that they're going to stay there. And they're supposed to call me and let me know when they get low or they're out to replenish. Because, again, it's getting bigger and better each week. So, of course, the first page is about the Chapter 1700 EAA organization. Over the weekend, Brian got to go for breakfast that morning, and I got to go with my son. And I wanted to do a little shine on the not just the breakfast, but also the Young Eagles program. I signed up my son Walker, and I know it's going to be really small, but that information that you see on the newspaper right there, that is as of today, as of June the 20th, 2025, how many people they have got in this program, how many flights that were happening, and things like that. And if you have not signed up your child, here's the program slip right here. If you want to learn more about the Young Eagles, just go to EAA.org, sign up your child to this free Eagles program. It's really simple. It's really easy. And I didn't bring all the stuff that they gave us, but once Walker filled out that form and permission slip, he got to fly on an airplane for 25 minutes, and he flown it. Now, he didn't take off or land it, but Danny Cummings was the plane he got on. He had so much fun. Danny said, your son is the type of kid I love to work with because they smile ear to ear the whole entire time. And that's what he did. And Walker is 10 years old. Now, this program starts as young as 8 years old and goes on till 16 or 18 years of age, I believe is what they told me. Yeah. Yes, you can sign up, Kason. So, and here's the cool thing about this. If you sign your kid up and they start doing flights with certified instructors and or volunteers that are certified pilots, they can start accumulating their hours and minutes now. So when they get older, if they want to become a pilot, they can use those hours.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, listen, you said Danny Cummings of DC. Hey, buddy.
DC Tires. Love you.
Thank you so much for inviting us to come out because my mouth is starting to already water because that man was up at 4 o'clock in the morning making gravy, and that gravy was incredible.
Tell me about it.
Guys, the breakfast was incredible. I got to see a lot of our wonderful people. Mr. Jimmy was out there that morning.
Kelly Basham was out there driving people.
We had
it was just a good old time. And I'm telling you that all the money that was raised there that day is going to go help towards, and this is another thing that Kason and any kid that's listening to right now while you're still in school can be a part of. The EAA group is partnering with the Warren County school systems. So starting in middle school and high school, your kid can start taking college-like classes to learn about, be a pilot, to help be a mechanic. There's all these endless opportunities that our kids are fixing to have, and I don't want your child to miss that opportunity. So again, if your kid is into planes and anything on 4 wheels, get them involved in EAA.
Yes.
And I know it sounds like I'm saying EA Sports because that's what I keep thinking when I say it. But this Young Eagles program is amazing. being a part of even the adult group and all that, be a part of it. But that's why that story is. And of course, this is our 4th of July edition. And we go in to start talking about the events. And let me tell you, there is a ton of them. So I'm going to break this down as quickly and as best as I can for you guys this morning. So with that said, as you can see this page, I have to zoom in on my other ones because I don't have my glasses with me. I left them in the car. The Viola Valley Stars and Stripes Festival, which is in Viola, is going to be kicking off the festivities on June the 28th. And you can see the breakdown. Come out, enjoy some food. Ninth Sun, which won the Battle of the Bands last year, is going to be one of many performing this summer. And this is not the only time you get to see the Ninth Sun.
Yeah.
I know, yes. So at 5:30 p.m., they'll perform. And then at 7 o'clock, the On the Road Again show will perform. And then after that's done, at 9 o'clock, the fireworks show happens. And this is all in Viola. Then Centertown is going to have theirs on Thursday night, July the 3rd. And you can see all the details on that at 7 p.m. The Youth League Special Awards at 7. And then at 7:30 is the Youth League Team Basket Auction. And this is the Youth League teams and individual awards happen each and every year just like this and will be handed out separately following the tournament games, which they normally do the tournament games leading into this. And then at 9 p.m. is the fireworks show presented by Moortown Fireworks and sponsored by the city of Centertown. There's going to be pizza, ice cream, snow cones, and drinks available at the concession stands starting at 6:30 p.m. And then the big shaboy, as I say, on 4th of July, which there is a lot of stuff going on. And I want to say thanks to Renee and Michael Benushis for giving me this information. But here is the activities starting at 6:30 a.m. and so forth. I am not going to go into all that, so you can read that. But if you want to know some little extra stuff happening, like the Yankee Doodle Parade.
Now, that's the downtown schedule,
This
right?
is the downtown schedule.
For that
All
morning.
this is the downtown schedule.
Woo!
And then, just to give some love where credit is due, is to the Junior Auxiliary, where they do the 4th of July Yankee Doodle Parade, and it breaks down that sheet in case your kid's involved in that. And then the Junior Auxiliary is doing an ice cream social as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because it's going to be hot. You don't think it is. And then I wanted to give shout out to Ben Loman and First National Bank for continuing the Independence Day Freedom Fest celebration at the Milner Recreation. And then with that being said, not only will Joe Harvey be there performing, but Ninth Sun will be coming back and performing that night as well. So make sure you be part of that. Continuing on.
But wait, there's more.
Yes. On Friday, July 4th, if you are at the Midway area, there is all the events going on starting at 11 a.m. with the opening ceremonies and then so forth with the fireworks off at 10 p.m. Then the Morrison show here presented by the town of Morrison and the Morrison Rutan. The baby show, everything starts at 2 o'clock with the baby registrations and so forth. That's up there. Now, again, if you need fireworks, Harrison Ferry Fireworks, which is one of our ad sponsors for this.
All right.
Shout out to them. They're located at 180 Tin House Road in McMinnville. So they start selling fireworks on June the 20th. So today is what? The 22nd, right? No, 23rd. So they are going to be open again on June the 26th and the 27th from 4 to 10 p.m., June the 28th and the 29th from 12 to 10 p.m., and June 30th on till July 4th, they're going to be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And when you come out and support, because the money that they get from these fireworks is going to the Harrison Ferry Viola Fire Department, all proceeds will go to support the purchase of a newly purchased fire truck.
Oh, good. They need one.
They do. And, you know, I had some extra space, Brian, and everybody talks about the Smithville Jamboree with all the fiddle playing and the banjos and all that. So, July 4th and 5th, it's the 54th annual Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree and Craft Festival. So, you know it. We all know it. I don't have to go into details when that thing happens and where it's located. Get it while you can. But the only one that I don't know yet, but I did let them know, and I harassed as many people as I can on this, is Lucky. I'm still waiting for Lucky to hear back from Jonathan Womack.
So anybody Lucky who's
Russell.
got deets, let us know. But hey, you know where the best place to watch the Fiddler's Jamboree is?
Where?
In your living room on Ben Lomond TV.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because it is so hot, unless you got a shaded position. It is generally just sweltering hot during the middle of the day. But yeah, hey, thank you to all the people who've given us information. Harrison Ferry, fireworks, City of McMinnville with all the stuff that they've got going on. I mean, Michael Venusian says he's going to be
gosh,
busy.
yes. And so that's what I'm saying. If you want this week's copy digitally sent to you for free, make sure you message us at 931-369-3050, and we will send you a digital copy today vis-a-vis email. Now, I want to say this before I move on, because I had some people say, why all of a sudden, is it a PDF where I have to get permission and all these other things? Well, when it gets to a point of too many megabytes.
Too much data, yeah.
Yeah, too much data, which, guess what, guys? From this point on, I'm just letting you know, there's going to be a lot of data in the newspaper because I load it down with so much information. You will have to get a request every time for that PDF.
And so your best bet is that if you have a Gmail account, so like I have a Live account, which is a Hotmail, one of the newer Hotmails. So I have to request to get it in PDF. So if you do have a Gmail account,
it works better for Gmail.
It's easier for Gmail. So yeah, please bear with us, guys, getting this stuff out. This is not like this was the initial plan. It's just morphed into that. But hey, we are being able to get you guys the best. And look, the information, it's colorful.
Yep.
It is readable.
Yep.
And it's all about McMinnville and the greater Warren County area. So thank you, Kelly, for all your hard work. Because, guys, what you don't see is the time away from her family. Whenever the kids go to bed, whenever she gets up, Kelly is up doing her thing at night. And
I did not go to bed till 2 o'clock this morning because I wanted to make sure it looked good and right, because it's summertime. It's time to spend time with family. We all volunteer and give up our time when we can and try to put into this show, because everybody's like, how do y'all do what you do? And it's because we give that time when we need to. But also in this week, we talk about Bonnaroo. One big thing is, I think everybody complained. I'll use the nice word. Guess what happened? Everybody gets 100% refund now, whether you bought the cheapest ticket to the most expensive ticket. Everybody got 100% refunded. So we talked a little bit about that. We also talked about in there, if you noticed, the TDOC graduates' largest class in the last 5 years. Thanks again to Jeff Barnes for sending me that information. Right. And as you can see, we with local government going on, with Juneteenth, a lot of stuff wasn't happening. But with that said, of course, don't forget on 4th of July, most businesses are shut down because it is a government holiday.
And look, if you've got a business that's going to be open or is going to be closed, let us know so we can get that information out on our algorithm, let other folks know. And so we'll be doing that in the next few days. Hey, are we doing a 4th of July show?
No.
Okay.
No, we will not.
Well, so we'll probably do some. I should be downtown at some point in time, so I'll probably do a pop.
Oh, wait, I keep thinking that's on a Monday. We're going to be doing
Friday.
A lot of live feeds. That's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We'll be out and about to every one of these little trinket places.
There's so much going on, but Kelly, I'm going to have to admit, I want to be indoors.
I know, especially if it's going to be that hot.
Except for the watermelon drop.
Oh,
gotta see the watermelon drop.
I think it's a waste of watermelon because it needs to be in my belly and not on the ground. But it is actually kind of neat. It reminds me of the guy. Oh, what's his name? That got the hammer and what's his name? You always. You know who I'm talking about. I want to say Garfunkel or something.
Well, he looks like a Garfunkel.
Yeah. He had the curly hair and then the hat, and then he'd be like, "Are y'all ready?"
He went after Carrot Top for stealing his
He
act.
did.
Yes.
He did. I can't remember his name. But with that said, upcoming county meetings, the next one that I got down is on July the 7th. You can see it there at the Memorial Airport. July 11th is the election committee meeting. It's got it all there for you guys, the upcoming city meetings as well. And then on the next page, Brian, you want to help me click so we can go by pretty fast. 8 more state parks are adding adult size changing tables. Gallagher.
What?
Yes.
And he passed away a couple of years ago, 2022. But yeah, Gallagher. That's
see, I the G's. Yeah. It was in the G family. Thank you, Kaysen.
So, guys, for those of you who don't know, we keep referencing Kaysen. I tell you what, I'm gonna pop him on real quick.
You just gotta turn off the volume. Yep. And I guess I do too. Yeah, it's me.
Okay. It's going to be working with us. What is your official title? Are we calling you the dude? Oh, I love it. The dude abides. So yeah.
I've known Kaysen since 8th grade. He came on with us when we were. Here, let me do it this way. There you go. He came on the show with us when he was me and Duke's show, 8th grade. He did intern or what? What was it? It was
job shadowing.
Job shadowing.
And then I upgraded to an intern.
Yeah, and then he was only supposed to be there for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then he was like, "Can I stay longer?" And we're like, "Well, yeah." And he stayed with us until a little after lunch.
You didn't learn until the end of the day that I actually had a broken knee.
Yes.
She made me sit in the back of my bed.
I think you had to crawl in.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. He had to crawl in from the back because the door was locked.
And he had a broken. Man, that sounds like some radio stuff right there.
He learned. It takes a lot of grit to do it. And I think we also had to move the speaker at the time. It was a whole thing. But he had so much fun with us. He didn't want to leave. And his mom's like, "I'm fine with it if you're fine with it." And so then when, of course, I've been doing this, his mom reached out to me and said, "Hey, Kaysen's looking to do something for the summer." And I was like, and when I think of Kaysen, now we're going to take a picture of him. I remember when Kaysen was like, here, maybe, or my height probably. And now he is like this man, like he looks like a bodyguard. Yes, you look like a, and so it was like, so he goes, "I want to work with you because we had so much fun."
That's the main reason.
I know. And so he's going to work with us and do some stuff, and he's going to help us with social media. He's going to help us with just the stuff that I need help with, and he's going to help out about 2 or 3 days a week.
Well, that's awesome because Kelly, with all the stuff that you do,
Jason doesn't realize all this.
Oh my goodness! Oh no! I
was like, "We'll give you a week. Let's see what happens in 3 days and get back."
And then on top of everything, you got to keep up. It never
stops. Social media is ever so growing.
It's like the mail. I mean, they have that term going postal.
Oh, there's a reason.
We're going social is what.
We can start a new trend. Ooh, going
social. Yes.
So I like that. I like that.
Warren First 931 going social.
Yes, that's how. But again, we're so excited to have Kaysen a part of our team for this summer so far. Maybe it'll go into while he's in school. We did talk about that too. Fingers crossed that I can keep him.
Yay.
If it all works out. But if it don't,
Wave
it's okay.
Bye.
But with that said, we are so grateful to have him on. And thank you for Chandy for letting me have your child for the summer. But again, it's just, we're ever so growing here. But long story short, grab your newspaper. When we leave here, Kaysen and myself and my son are going to go deliver. If you want to be a part of that doorstep delivery today and tomorrow, we deliver on Mondays and Tuesdays. Text the keyword doorstep with your name, your phone number, your address, and then we'll text you the information of what you do from that point on. And, again, right now we're just doing $2 a drop because we're trying to figure out how much gas money and things like that spend. And that's why also I love having Kaysen on, because then him and Walker can log it in instead of me thinking a mile a minute while my phone's going off about something about, have you heard about Aldi's? Have you heard about Fazoli's? Because that's what happens, and that's absolutely fine. But again, that is what's going on with that. And we also talk about, I do want to say this, a shout out, and I want to put them on the prayer list to Dr. Jeff Owens.
Yes.
Yesterday, they did a farewell little lunch for him after his service up there. And I did put in there where he's going because a lot of people did ask me, and I wanted to make sure we were Jolton First Baptist is where he will be moving to. He was at First Baptist, and now he's moving to Jolton First Baptist. So again, congratulations to him and his wife on this big move. We also wanted to say congratulations to Caring Hearts United as they have initiated all their new officers as well. And then a shout out to, I love this, they put Ready, Set, Moon Pie. Now, all these stories and these little bloops I got off social media. It was in Bedford County, but our people here at the Warren County branch at First National went to Bedford County and ran in the Moon Pie race.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Bedford County is where, what is the name of that little, where they have the web school, Bell Buckle.
Oh.
So that's where they host this race from the Moon Pie and RC, Cola 5K or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a fun little one because everybody eats moon pies and drinks RC after.
I had that at my wedding. I had moon pies, RCs, and peanuts because you used to put peanuts in the RC and eat it while you go.
Well, tell me something. What's your favorite moon pie flavor?
Oh,
that's a good one. Guys, let us know. We might have to put that.
It's between vanilla and caramel.
The salted caramel's so good.
Chocolate. Now, listen, chocolate's okay. But when you taste the salted caramel, and then the banana's good too, but you know, to me, it's like banana and chocolate's like the vanilla and chocolate, but their vanilla and the salted caramel. Oh yeah, it's a dream. It's a dream.
Now, speaking of Miss Becky Bell and Midway, have you ever been to the Midway 4th of July fireworks show?
No, not yet.
Okay, it's really fun, but I'm telling you, this place packs out. And one of the things I was told about the other day is about the ice cream, the homemade ice cream that they make.
Ooh.
And there's a peach and there's a banana that are to die for.
Really?
So
that peach would be delicious.
When we were talking about this, it's like, oh, there's so many things. We probably
salted caramel.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you, Miss
Votes in 3-0.
Yeah. So there's so many things out there.
Yeah.
We might need to ask people what their favorite 4th of July tradition is and see what.
Yes, I am going to put out like what is your go-to, whether it's grilling, because next week we're going to talk about grill tips on the show for 4th of July, or actually be this on that Friday. We'll talk about it. But again, let us know what you think. I also want to say thanks to Shelly Miller at Miller Photography, because if you did not get your picture in, they missed you. I literally copied and pasted your boys' names of the kids that missed the photo, which is a lot. But if you didn't miss it, congratulations. And of course, this week starts off the girls' formal shot.
Yes.
So don't forget. And if you have any questions about that, guys, call them at Miller Photography at 668-1969 to get it in. And I also wanted to say a double whammy for the First Baptist community. John Templeton's son, Aaron, signed college basketball the other day with Tusculum.
Yes, and he is going to be their mascot. It's the Pioneers. So he's going from being a pioneer to being an even bigger pioneer.
I love that.
Hey, Aaron, congratulations, buddy. You know, he had a knee injury that kept him out a lot of the season.
Okay.
But he was a big part of their success this year. Warren County High School basketball coach Danny Fish, they did such a wonderful job. And Aaron being listen, we've got a lot of great people in this community. And so shout out to Aaron. Congratulations. I'm glad you're going to continue your play, continue following your dream. And who knows, you could break off to bigger things. He didn't get a great, because he got injured this year, he didn't get to showcase his entire repertoire of talent. But Aaron, and not only is he a baller, and it's just a great person.
Smarty pants too.
He can sing.
Yeah.
He can do all kinds of stuff. So, hey, congratulations, Aaron.
And then lastly, before we take our last and final break here, the Caney Fork Electric Cooperative representatives visited the nation's capital. And, of course, these are kids from all over the counties that Caney Fork covers. But with Warren County, a shout out to Maya Watkins and Angel Wood. They went out and represented the Warren County community at this big event. But this also brought out people from Doyle, from White County, from Van Buren County, and then also from DeKalb.
Yeah, so in the Caney Park Electric Cooperative, for all the counties that it represents, they get a representative from each county to go to Washington. And I think that's such a great deal because that's one of my stops on my summer tour. We've been very fortunate the last 4 years to be able to go to D.C. and see something new every time. But with this trip, they get to meet the reps. They get to go explore D.C. And so that's always a fun time.
And then we got our obits back up. I want to say, shout out from up in heaven as Gary Allen Davis. He was a big mover and shaker when it came to the USA Gym and MST swim team. He was one of the many volunteers that helped us each and every year diligently until he got really bad sick. And so if y'all want to check that out. Also, we had Roger Dale Farmer that passed, Isabel Wanamaker, and then, of course, nurseryman that we all know, Jerry Carl Green, also passed away. And so all that information is there. If you have an obit that you want to get out there, please let us know by emailing us. I believe we're only charging $5. Put it in the paper. And then the classified, which I had to clean it all up. We don't have a new one, but we still have this one. Lambs for sale. Give a call to 954-2208. And then Farmer's Almanac. We'll get into that one here in just a little bit because I want it to be a great segue to a thing. We're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to just wrap it up with talking about heat exhaustion is real. We're going to talk about other events coming up other than the 4th of July events because there's a crap ton of them. Goodness. That's how I say it. So whatever. Again, I'm not affiliated with I can say however I want to. But again, if you have an event, if you have a meeting, if you have an obit, if you have a house for sale, anything like that, please reach out to us and let us know about these amazing events going on because we really would like to be a part of that. But with that said, Warren County, remember, keep it first.
Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville and Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Wake up, get out there.
That's right.
Welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host of this show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside with
I wouldn't say the beard of wisdom. I always try to think, guys, I'm saying I've got to keep the beard. If I cut it now, it won't grow back in time for the kids.
Hey, Brian, won't you talk about, while I'm pulling up his image real quick before we get into what we were going to do, Walker's roadside.
Oh, man, we don't even need the image, guys. Just take out your phone, because you need to have this number in. So I'm going to give you just a second. It's Walker's Miners Roadside. And so with that said, area code 423-615-1937. Anytime that you need anything, if you're stopped on the side of the road, you give them a call. 423-615-1937. Call them, Mr. Tim Walker, and get in touch with them. Let them know where you are. They're going to come out and take care of you, get you back on the road again. And if you use the promo code Kelly, Kelly, because she's Kelly, you get a $5 discount. And they do discounts for veterans and people in the military. So thank you, Mr. Tim Walker and Walker's Minor Roadside Repair. Get back in the game. Don't let your car be, especially, guys, it's too hot. It's too hot to be sitting on the side of the road. Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Tim Walker, and the wonderful people at Walker's Roadside Repair.
Yeah. With that said, with all the many sponsors that we do have here, next up we got to talk about Sonic.
All right, let's share this tab instead because, hey, guys, this is what we got. Let's add the stage. Let's go back to is it sharing us?
I got you. Okay. I got you. No, where'd it go? It went away.
I got you.
You took it off.
All right. So now you go, hey, man, have you tried those queso wraps?
Yes, I have.
They're good. And they're a great little snack. They're the right size. So go see our good friends at Sonic because don't they have that new watermelon thing?
They have that watermelon slush. If you have not had that watermelon slush, and also they have a blood orange slush that you can mix with the cream and the ice cream.
Ooh.
So good, guys. So good.
So on top of having Case in here, I've got my twins, and they've started jumping over, looking at us going, oh, yeah. So guess what we're having for lunch today?
Sonic.
We'll see you at Sonic here in just a little bit.
But also, too, with all our amazing sponsors, there is, I've saw all over weekend about heat exhaustion, heat strokes. And isn't it today National Holiday?
Hey, let's share this
what
today.
What is the National Holiday?
We got some really cool things today. We've got National Detroit Style Pizza Day. Shout out to our good friend Duke.
Detroit
in the house, 8 Mile. We've got National Pecan Sandy Day. And Kelly, her favorite. Go ahead and grab your drink.
It's not pink today. I had to get a different one today. I got a purple one.
Oh, is it purple? Okay.
Yeah, she gave me a grape flavor one today.
But Kelly is a pink fan, so it's National Pink Day today. But hey, this is the one we're looking at right now. National Hydration Day.
Yes.
And because of all this heat and all the heat that's going to be going on, Kelly, tell us about some heat exhaustion.
It's a real thing. First and foremost, I had two of my friends went to a ball game and got heat exhaustion to the point they had to go be rushed to the ER.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, and they're my age, and I'm like, no, girl, no. What are you doing? But with all these rising temperatures getting into the 90 degrees, you got to understand the reality of heat exhaustion. It is a legit thing. So in our Farmer's Almanac, I wrote in a piece about heat exhaustion as the summer heats up. And it gives you a couple of tips of how to prevent heat exhaustion from experts that recommended several precautions. Stuff like staying hydrated, Drink plenty of fluids before, during, and after outdoor activities. Water is essential, and electrolytes do help replenish drinks and can also be beneficial for those engaging in intense exercises. Avoid peak heat times. Limit outdoor activities during the hardest parts of the day, typically from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that is the huge majority of the day.
Yeah.
Wear appropriate clothing, light colored, loose fitting clothing made breathable fabrics. They make, breathable cottons and,
vintage shirts. Yeah.
Yes. And then monitor your symptoms. Be aware of how you and those around you are feeling. If experiencing symptoms of heat exhaustion, it's crucial to act quickly by moving to a cooler place, lying down, and hydrate immediately. Because if you don't, you can dehydrate super quick. It's a thing. And also to educate others on all this information that we're sharing with you. And so just remember, when in doubt about one's condition or if the symptoms worsen, seek medical attention immediately. Right, Brian?
Yes. One of the things you got to get in the shade. Stay in the shade as best you can. Stay well hydrated. And on National Hydration Day, just remember, drink your water.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee is not water. Coffee is a diuretic, so it's going to take it's going to take water out of your system. But anything that has electrolytes, like some salt, things in it, you're going to retain those. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. We don't want you to be a statistic. We don't want to see you at the ER.
No.
We want to see you at the ball game or at church. We want to see you out and about. We don't want to see you in the hospital.
And one thing I want to say, thanks to whoever told me to start doing the Old Farmer's Almanac in the newspaper, because I have really enjoyed seeing like the puzzle of the day, the questions of the day. And, I saw this in one question. The question of the day for today is, how do you get mildew and its musty smell out of carpeting? Which is a very hard thing to do. And it says your best bet is to sprinkle the area with baking soda, let it sit for 15 minutes, then vacuum it up, or you could leave the baking soda on overnight. Removing the smell may take repeated times, one after the other. And a home hint of the day is to kill small quantities of weeds or moss in walks or patio cracks, is to dust them with boiling water. Something simple, easy, and cheap. It's free. You don't have to do that whole mix thing. I did share online a thing where a gentleman showed how you could put paprika and peppermint, little home remedies to keep certain things, insects and stuff, out of your trash cans, out of your home. Peppermint oil is a big thing for a lot of insects in your house, guys. Also, too, putting bay leaves in your pantry helps with other insects. These are naturally things that you can find in your cabinet that you can, like home remedies. But advice of the day, when mists rise low ground and soon vanish, nothing is a sure sign of fair weather. So that's your advice for the day. Take that whatever you want. And then lastly, as we're ending on this high note, community connections. Other than what's going on with the 4th of July celebrations, this is also what's going on. The McMinnville Special Games is still doing their food drive. There's a gospel meeting coming up between now and June 29th. It started yesterday. You can scan that QR code to get more information. It's with the North Warren Church of Christ, located at 472 Parkhurst Road here in Warren County. You can see this Friday is the upcoming Battle of the Bands.
All right.
And we found out by Mr. Wayne Wolford the other day, the assisted living is in the Battle of the Bands. So I'm going to go out and show support to him.
Well, there's another band that he's playing with, too.
Oh, I can't remember. He would mention it as well, and I forgot.
Yeah, so
he's got 2 bands.
Yeah. That's exciting. Hey, I don't know if we have the theater camp that's going to be going on.
I did not see that.
But at the Park Theater, starting Monday, July 7th,
okay,
they're going to be having a theater camp that runs from the 7th to the 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day through Warren Arts. So, yeah, make sure that you go to the Park Theater's website to find out more how you can sign your child up for that.
Exactly.
Because it's really not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. I don't see a price on here, but I'm thinking like it was $60 last year or something.
I can't remember. It wasn't much.
So for your kid to participate Monday through Friday for only $60, now they don't
for a small price of $60 to get rid of your child, you can just slap them in there.
That's the best babysitting. Actually, it's not babysitting because they're actually working.
Yeah.
They're working. They're learning their craft. They're learning
to be able
skills.
how to public speak in general.
Exactly.
That is the big thing about Warren Arts or any arts department here in the community. If your kid is timid and he's not that extrovert that he needs to be, not saying that's a bad thing, putting them in programs like Warren Arts and doing these camps and such, putting them on the stage, getting that fear out of them, like you just got to force it out.
Yeah, your child might not be a good athlete as far as like being able to play football or basketball or any team sport. Hey, theater is a team sport.
Yeah,
You've got a director that's your coach. You got your co-actors and the people who are actually working behind the scenes that you work as a team to pull off the production. So, hey, it's a great event for young people, even sports or no sports. This is a great thing for young people in our community.
And then also, too, job fair. If you are interested in school bus driving, there is a big job fair going on at the 126 Middle School Drive, which is the school bus address, on Wednesday this week from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, again, make sure you check all that out and then some. Again, guys, I say this, if you want that newspaper, get it while you can. It's going to be only at certain locations this week because I'm going to be adding more papers to that location so you have more options. Everywhere I went this week or last week, they ran out, and I was like, Bill, you're supposed to call me because I need to know where to go and what to do. But this is also last call for prayer list and birthday shout outs. Of course, I put Maddie Presley on there. Today's her birthday. I do remember that tomorrow is me and my little girl's birthday, but we'll get into that tomorrow with the pink party and everything. I'm going to bring my pink cupcakes. Everybody's going to get a pink cupcake. If you come by tomorrow, I'm going to have cupcakes to give away while we're on the show. We did this when I was at the radio, and I'll do it again.
Awesome.
So if you want a cupcake tomorrow, please come by, and I'll give you one, or a little juice box, whatever, you know. But right now, as far as prayer list goes, we have Israel and Iran in the United States about what's going on with that. Brian's friend, Brian Steele, is getting open heart surgery. The Ashley Moore's family, with their dad's passing. Barry Dishman, Mr.
Roy and Miss
Dale. I didn't know if it was Roy or Ray. And then, of course, a shout out to, we got Dr. Jeff Owens on there as they're, moving on to make their lives better.
Yeah, I think, and with Mr. Roy and Miss Dale, anybody, we're going to talk about anybody traveling. So
yeah, anybody traveling, because it is that time, and fireworks are going off, and I want to put that as as 4th of July goes on. Please be careful with fireworks. Do not do something dumb to go to the ER. I just want to throw that out there right now.
And before we go into our prayer, a lot of people, because of the Israel-Iran incident, they're really worried. They were talking about the gas prices on stock exchange, also a big thing.
Gosh, yeah.
And hey, guys, we are up right now. We're up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're up 67 points. It looks like 68 points now.
And that's a good thing during this time.
Come on, bro.
Plus, it's the holidays. It always goes up during the holidays. Would you like to close us out in prayer today?
Sure. I'd listen, because I'm not going to be here, and I love to pray. That's one of the unique things about this whole thing that we're able to do, is that it's not like we're on the radio. It's not like we're really on TV. We get to be who we are in real life. And so anytime we get an opportunity to pray for people in our community, that's a good thing. And so speaking of prayer, National Day of Prayer for Tennessee. I say national, the State Day of Prayer. Yeah. It's going to be July 10th. And it's going to be here at the Farmers Market at 5:30.
Make plans.
So make plans to attend so you can pray for all the folks and pray with all the people who are going to be praying. It's going to be a wonderful event. I believe there's going to be, hey, if it was anything like it was last year, and we had a thunderstorm, and Judge Ryan Moore graciously let everybody out of the rain and into his courtroom, and we prayed. That may have made some people upset, but he did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because it was either call it off and everybody disperse, or protect everybody, be safe, and have something that edifies the community. And edifies, I don't care if you're a praying person or not, for people who do pray, it helps them out. So we want to be a blessing and not a curse. So let's go to God in prayer. Father God, thank you for being who you are. You are our creator, God. You love us. You have purpose for each and every one of us. And there's no one that's going to ever be like us again, because that's your will. That's your plan. You know each and every one of our thoughts. You've gifted each and every one of us with the skills and abilities, the things that make us who you are uniquely, Father. So we thank you for life. We thank you for the people that protect life. And Father, we pray for our country. We pray for the country of Israel. We pray for the country of Iran and all the people who are suffering under the extremes of war, Father. And we don't understand. We're so far removed in our culture of what real war is like. But Father, we ask that you be with our military, be with the men and women that are risking their lives to protect our freedoms. Father, please be with the people in Israel that are suffering with these bombs and the different things that are happening with them. And please be with the people of Iran that are under the rule that they're under. And we just pray for their protection. We pray for all the citizens, Father, of the world, because we're all your children, God. So we thank you for loving us. We ask for our leaders to have wisdom and insight and do what's right and do what's according to your will, Father. Father God, we ask you for prayers for those that are sick and that are hurting. I pray for my good friend Brian Steele as he's having open heart surgery this morning. I pray that you be with the doctors and physicians that are attending with him. Also pray for my good friend Barry Dishman as he's in the hospital. I pray for his recovery. I pray for strength. God, he's done so much for this community, and I just pray that you continue to allow him to see the fruits of his labor, Father, to see these young people grow in the unique circumstances and the difficult things that are challenged by them. Father, I just pray that you give Barry more time and just continue to be with him as he goes through his treatment. Father, I ask that you be with Ashley Moore and her family and the loss of her father. It'll never be the same. But God, you hear the cries of the brokenhearted. And so, Father, I ask that you be with their family and just comfort them. Father, I ask that you be with those that are traveling and changing positions. Please be with Mr. Roy and Miss Delvin Daniel as they travel back from Pennsylvania. I ask that you be with everyone who's traveling throughout the next few weeks, Lord, that you bless our Warren County folks with safety, adventure, give them, allow them to be a blessing to others and come back and be a blessing to us, Father. Just as if Dr. Jeff Owens and his family have been such a blessing to our community here at First Baptist here in the greater Warren County area. We ask blessing upon the First Baptist family. We ask that you be with his transition to First Baptist Jolton and bless that congregation, Father. Bless them with a spirit of vigor and newness, Father. And I just pray that you inspire Jeff and just his family, and may they do good works in your name. Father, I pray for my First Baptist family, and I pray for the new minister, whoever that may be, Father. I ask that you give them patience and wisdom and discernment, Lord, and just continue the good works that they're doing. Thank you for John and all those wonderful people there at First Baptist that have done so much for our community and continue to be a blessing and lead our young people into new heights with Christ. God, thank you for this community of Warren County. Thank you for how much you love us, how much you reveal that love every day. Holy Spirit, be upon us this week. Open our hearts to you. And guys, God, please help us to grow in a relationship with Christ. Help us to be a blessing to each other. I pray this in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. To him be the glory. Amen.
Amen. With that said, guys, take care. God bless. That's a wrap for today. We'll see you once again tomorrow on the show. Don't forget, if you want to subscribe for free to get that digital copy of that newspaper, text us right now at 931-369-3050 with the local voice with your email. Or if you want us to deliver today, that doorstep delivery, we're going to be going out today and tomorrow to give you all the hard copy news. Text the keyword or doorstep to that same phone number, 369-3050, and with your name, phone number, and address for more details. With that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County, keep it firm.